Hi, I'm Margie Schmidt. I've been in this business since 1925. We are Schmidt's Candy Store, located in Woodhaven on Jamaica Avenue, for 85 years.
How did you inherit the business?
It was my grandfather who started it back during the Depression in 1925, 1926. We're not quite sure because no one's around to tell us. And my grandfather raised 6 children living upstairs during the Depression. His 3 sons each served in the war and then came back. One took over this store, and 2 other uncles opened each other store 10 blocks in each direction. But this is the only one that has maintained its longevity. After my father took it over from his father, we, as children, all worked here during all the holidays. You had to put 12 lollipops in a bag, put eyes and bows on bunnies. So I learned to like it. I went off to college. I went off and thought about what was out there in the big world. I always worked here part-time. As my father got older and sickly, I helped out more and more. Then I realized I would go for my master's in business, and then I decided to take it over after my father passed to help my mother run the business, also including an MBA into it. But we still make things all the old-fashioned way, and that I took over from my father and from his father. Yeah, when things are tough, like with anything else, when things aren't working at its maximum, and the government regulations that come down on you, more and more taxes presented to the small business owner, deliveries that come late, maybe you have to go pick them up in the snow because the truck couldn't get here. So yes, there's many times that I wish I was doing something else, but that's usually just on bad days. I'm just always glad that Grandpa opened a candy store and not a fish store. How bad could life be working in chocolate all day? The business has become very seasonal. As the area is more and more double income families, people don't walk the Jamaica Avenue strip like they used to when I was growing up. When I was younger, you had mamas that stayed at home, so they walked the avenue with the baby strollers. Maybe they came and got some lollipops for the kids' class. And now it's very, very seasonal. It's down to, Thanksgiving, Christmas is busy, Valentine's, and now with Easter coming upon us, that's the busiest time of the year. We specialize in Easter molds, all different shapes, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, white chocolate. And as you see here, we still hand dip. It's like playing in mud, but I'm doing the hand dipped chocolates. In this case, this is just almonds, beautiful roasted almonds covered in milk or dark chocolate. And I have to have the whole store ready for the customers who, a lot of them only come back for Easter, and they'll say, we can't have Easter bunnies without coming to Schmidt's. My mother gave them to me, and I give them to my kids, and now I'm giving them to my grandkids. So I have to do candy making. We make our own caramels and marshmallow. I work downstairs and make everything from scratch, like my grandfather did. We use the same recipes from Germany. And then I have to come up here and dip them, and then I have to go in the back and make chocolate molds for Easter, the bunnies and the whole, the Holy Cross, and have it all ready for when people come in. Try to figure out in a recession how much people are going to buy, how many people are repeat customers, weather's always a factor. So I have a lot to do with Easter coming. My 3 children are, my youngest is a girl, Juliet, who just started high school at Mary Lewis. My middle child is Jack, who is graduating from high school and is off to college in the fall, yet undecided. And I have another child. What is his name? My firstborn is Justin Francis, and he is away at college a lot, so I don't see him too often, but we have a rather tenuous relationship at best. So, but he is 22 years old, and now he is a senior at Village.
Hasn't been going well?
Absolutely, Mr. Cruz does present personality issues and conflicts. However, I have had a lot of support. Geographically, I'm close to home, which you cannot discount. I was able to still attend my children's functions at school because being the sole proprietor, I could close the business, Or I could have one of my fine personnel work for me. I only have one personnel. Did I mention she's fine? No, people might have talked behind my back. I don't know. I don't care. Just because they have a little more melanin in their skin doesn't much matter to me. The prejudices that existed in the 60s and 70s, it was illegal for a black and white couple to intermarry. That's mind-boggling to me. And I guess it's akin today to the whole homosexual marriage question to those who are bigots. Now there's my coconut. Coming back down. Go dip those in dark chocolate. When the gay couples wish to marry and enough people who think, ew, that's weird. It was unheard of 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 1960. 1964, there was a case in Virginia brought before the Supreme Court. A black woman and a white man. Police broke into their house and arrested them, and they were married. So I'm sure there's enough people who think it's wrong, but that doesn't bother me. They're my kids through and through, and they know it, of course. They know it's an open adoption. They could probably go find their birth mother anytime. I'm their mother. They know it. Someone else just sent them out, except for me. But who raises you defines who your mother is. So, no, I enjoy it. It's a candy store. As I greet people and they query how I am, I always have the answer. I'm in a candy store. How bad could life be? Michael. Oh, handsome young lad. Would you like a chocolate cracker? Here's my favorite.
Thank you.
Ellie, open up. Yum, 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 yum. Good stuff.